Yeah, the first big outfit I worked for was the Matador out of Dillon, Montana. And I was down at Sage Creek on the south end out of Dell. But from there I went over to work with the Buckaroos over in eastern Oregon on a big ranch called the White Horse, which over 1 million acres at that time anyway, north of McDermott, Nevada. And I'd never been around Buckaroos. I ain't heard of Buckaroos, but I got over there and met old Brian Morris, and any of my Buckaroo friends will remember Brian because he, the king of the one-liners and character, and he talked funny, everything he said. Remember one time he had an open road Stetson, had a center fire saddle with 1 cinch and no breast collar, and he'd rope a bull with that thing, 60 feet of rope, and never move. This kid was in the cookhouse complaining about the cooking, which you just don't do. And he should have been eating where I'd been eating because the cooking was good, and he was bad-mouthing it anyway. And Brian walks over to him and says, "You know, the trouble with you is you've got no class." He get knocked there out of you with that kind of stuff. He was talking about roping burros down in California and all of northern Nevada. He knew all the eastern Oregon ranches and how it all hooked together, and I was still busy trying to keep from getting lost. I said, "Brian, how do you not get lost? How do you understand, remember all that country?" He goes, "Well, it's all relative." What the hell? You said a mouthful, though it is. I mean, everything in life and country and cattle, it all relates to the next thing to it. And so if you can see how it all relates, everything makes a lot more sense. I've always told my boys, 2 places you can see clearly, that's on top looking back down, and at the bottom far enough looking up, because when you're in the middle of the fray you can't always tell what the hell's going on. But this song's about a cowboy, the way he thinks and the way we think when you're a big country like that. I mean, cross fences and property lines and these new progressive ideas don't make a lick of sense to you. In fact, they just irritate you. So I wrote this song one day back, '08, I think. Anyway, it's called Just Real Estate. Well, he runs his horses in and he catches one to use today. As the sun tops the ridge, it shines gold through the dusty haze. Everything has a balance, the land flows in a natural way, and God laid it out in simple harmony as he trots out for the day. Horses, cattle, and country, he's seen many miles through a horse's ears. He's like every animal out here, the natural flow, the way is clear. His horse topped through a saddle, and a fence blocks his way, and there's no rhyme or reason for it to be here, and he knows he's 100 years too late. He's a ghost, a shadowy silhouette as he rims to find a gate. It's not horses, cattle, or country anymore. It's all just real estate. And educated idiots have come to rule the day, and they're too blind to see what God's provided, and their arrogance knows a better way. People who understand the land, they can't afford to raise their cattle. The only truly endangered species has boots, a hat, and saddle. These educated idiots are just a useful tool to grab the land. Water is the key, the puppeteers know and understand. Washington taxes, spends, and borrows. They talk of a global economy, and they keep taking more and more. It's freedom traded as equity. The Trojan horse is here, and conservation is his name. Who opened the gate and let him in? I wonder who's to blame. Clouds blacken and a storm fires across the plain. He smiles and he smells it coming, ah, the blessed monsoon rain. Well, that squall line moves along, that fence don't mean a thing. It just does what it's always done. No one rules the rain. His horse tops through another saddle, and a fence blocks his way. There's no rhyme or reason for it to be here, and he knows he's 100 years too late. And he's a ghost, a shadowy silhouette, as he rims to find the gate. It's not horses, cattle, or country anymore.